Vice President and host for Atlanta Press Play and the platform. We're a music-based Atlanta company platform that's pretty much showcasing any artists, any influencers, any creators in Atlanta in the film and music industry. So we want to spotlight those individuals, give them a platform to where we can give them that exposure to pretty much boost their career. I got my beautiful co-host with me, Miss Danny, all the way from Marietta.
You have to throw that in there, but hello. My name is Danny Canada, managing editor of Bossip.com. Blessed and honored to be here with DJ Parlay.
Appreciate you for showing up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So, I mean, all of us here for one reason only. My guy, Algee Smith. Are y'all here for Algee? Let me hear y'all make some noise real quick. Oh, y'all can do better than that. If y'all are here for Algee, let me hear you make some noise real quick. Alright, that's a little bit better. I need y'all to give him a warm welcome when he comes to the stage, alright? He's born in Michigan, by the way of Atlanta, raised, and he's in LA too, but he be back and forth, you know, niggas. But, none other than Algee Smith himself. My brother, is you ready? I guess.
Here we go.
Is he ready? Oh!
Make some noise for Algee.
Y'all make some noise for Algee Smith.
What's the deal, y'all?
Cool, man. Y'all make some noise for Algee. Cool. We here for him. This is a live listening experience. We doing this for him. We also do other artist activations as well for Atlanta Press Play, but right now we're focused on him. His EP he got dropping called Love Lost. Dropping July 15th. Y'all make some noise for that. Make some noise. It's a man of R&B working right here. We had an event like 2 days ago. Went really well. It was a listening experience. We had a whole bunch of influencers, media outlets, and things like that to come and network with him, and then of course network with each other. So shout out to Bel Air for letting us host it. They sponsored that event. Backwoods is our sponsor for our events. Also Red Bull. So y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in. But we want to dive straight into it, man. Tell a little people about yourself. I know some familiar faces in the crowd. Some people that might know you, some people that don't. But
Yeah, I got a lot of familiar faces in here. What's the deal, Atlanta? How y'all doing? For sure. My name is Algee Smith, for anybody who don't know. From Michigan, Saginaw, Michigan. Grew up in Atlanta, living in LA right now. I'm a musician, I'm an actor, I'm an all-around entertainer. It feels good to be back in Atlanta. I grew up here, so this is like my second home. So it feels good to share my EP with y'all first before I take it to the world.
That's love. We appreciate you for trusting us with your EP. So we know you do a little bit of everything, man. You do acting, you do modeling, you're R&B artist. So you dabbled in a lot. How do you balance all of that?
I think how I balance it is I just make sure I give everything equal amount of nurturing. So like some weeks I may have to do more film stuff. Some weeks I may have to do more music stuff. But as long as I can, level it out and I can give each thing its proper time, then I can go to sleep and I'm okay with that.
Facts. Now you've been on some big shows too, like Euphoria. He done been on the New Edition stories. Been on Detroit, The Black Messiah, and like talk about it. Get this man his props. Come on, man. So I mean, how did you get into those industries?
Oh yeah, so with the film industry, man, so funny enough, I'll give like an elevator story, but so yeah, I grew up here in Atlanta. I was doing music first. I got introduced to an acting agent. I went to her office for the first time, and she's like, "Can you just read this little monologue for me?" I'm like, "What the hell is a monologue?" So I read it, and after I read it, she's like, "I want to sign you," and I'm like, "Oh shit, all right, cool." So I know I kind of had something there.
Yeah.
And then I just kept going back to her office, and then even like 2 months later, I started booking, and so I'm like, "Okay, I can really go far with this." So then that's when I kind of moved out to LA. But then even when I moved out to LA, man, my family was homeless at first, bro. We were sleeping in an expedition, feet to neck. You feel what I'm saying? Like, figuring it out though, yeah, and just trial and error. But that's how kind of how I got into it. And then right before I booked the New Edition story, I was out in LA for something they call pilot season. So pilot season, what they used to do is like the first top of the year from like January to April, they'd be booking all the new shows that's coming out, all the new movies. So I'm like, I'm a hustler. Let me try to go out there for like a month,
for sure.
Sleep on somebody's couch and see if I can make it work. Like I was out there going broke and not making it work, hearing no's after no's after no's. And then a week before I was supposed to leave to go back to Atlanta, I got a call that I booked a new audition project, and then shit, I ain't been able to leave LA ever since.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm glad.
Big
you
props to
brought
them.
it
Big
up.
props.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the new edition project because when I said to my friends, I was like, I'm interviewing Algee Smith. They're like, Ralph Trisman? I'm like, yes, Ralph. His name is Algee.
Right, Algee.
Talk to me about that role and how that really enforced your confidence as a singer because it kind of blended everything. It's acting, it's singing, it's everything that you do.
You know, that's a really good question. I think it actually just helped me as an all-around performer, just in general. So we actually got to like sit with those guys and perform. They were rehearsing for tour, but we were right there rehearsing for the movie with them. So
Wow.
like seeing them professionals up close and seeing how they do it and how they take it, it just makes you rise to the occasion or fall. And you know, I'm gonna rise to the occasion every time. But that's kind of how it was, and I think that did shape me. It helped me be more confident in my singing. It helped me be more confident in just my performance in general, and even in my acting as well. So I think that was really like my launching pad of like, all right, I can do all this shit. You know?
Yeah. And you know, you wrote all 6 songs on this EP.
Definitely did.
I had some dope co-writers. I think some of them in the building too. My boy Cameron in here. Somebody. I had some really good friends that I brought in to help me. But yeah, I put my pen on every song.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what is the creative process like for acting and for music? How do they vary, and then how are they similar?
Really good question. So, they're very different, but they're very similar as well. So, the reason that they're similar is because it's all just expression, right? So, with acting, obviously, I'm playing a different character, but I still have to express myself in a certain way. Same thing in the studio. You can't just sing a record just monotone like this. You got to be able to give some dynamics in there, so that's expression as well. And you got to be able to bring out different characters depending on what that song may need. So I think it's very different acting because you're playing somebody else. Music, you're being yourself and giving yourself to the world. So that's what separates the two. But as far as expressing yourself, to me, they're both the same. I feel the same when I do a great scene than when I do a great song. I get the exact same feeling.
I like that. I like that that phrase you said. Like music, you're more expressing yourself, and then the acting, you're kind of portraying a character. So there's definitely a difference, and it's not. I'm sure it's not easy.
No, hell no. It's not easy, but I mean, over time, just like anything else, if you work at it and work at it, then it becomes a little smoother. But it still ain't easy, man. I still get hella nervous before I go shoot a film, before I go do an audition.
Yeah, you always get the butterflies.
Yeah, you know, and I think that's good though, because it's like it's good nerves. It's like that lets you know you care about it. You feel me? So, I think that's what it is for sure.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So, said you grew up in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
How did Atlanta like influence your style? We're gonna hop into the music realm. How did Atlanta influence your style, your sound of music, being that you pretty much grew up here?
Man, how didn't it? I would say Atlanta influenced everything about me, man. I came here from Michigan when I was like 10 years old. That was in like what, 2005, I think. And so just, and you know where the culture was that's when you got all the lean and rock, but that's when everything like that's real prime Atlanta was going on. And so
I remember.
I think just and when I got here to Atlanta, that's when I started just understanding, okay, like how I love music and the things that was around me that was influencing me and the things that I was seeing and hearing. So I think that played a big part in just who I am just as a man in general. You know, the way I carry myself, the way I talk, the way I act, the way I move around, the way I hear music. And then I put it in my music as well. So I was just talking to my boy about this. I always love to come to Atlanta to do music because it's just different than LA. Like it's different than any other place. Like Atlanta's feeling and sound is just different, bro. Like, and you feel it when you do it. And it's like, okay, I needed that. And so I just recorded like 3 or 4 records with 3D and Creative Villains, those guys in here. But
shout out Creative Villains in the building. Shout out Creative Villains.
And I came here to get that Atlanta sound, and them niggas gave me that Atlanta sound for sure.
Facts, for sure.
Yeah, I like that you're bringing up the Atlanta sound because, you know, I feel like at the time right now we're getting a lot of toxic R&B out of Atlanta, but I don't think that's what this EP is, or is it?
It kind of is.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna let him explain it. I'm gonna let him explain it.
But I think what happens is I'm just being real vulnerable, right? So the EP, it tracks me going through a breakup. So I paint that picture, you know, and the breakup was my fault. I keep it honest, I keep it vulnerable in there. You know, niggas be doing nigga shit sometimes, right? So
we do.
Yeah, we do. We definitely. Women be doing women shit too sometimes.
Like, y'all ain't in the clear.
Yeah, but I think the toxicity in there comes from just the lessons that need to be learned, but overall it's a vulnerable project, and I'm giving my heart and just expressing the phases that I went through during that breakup. So I think that's where the vulnerability comes in. It ain't just like toxic. It's like, okay, this was the toxic part of me, but this is the growth of me right here.
I like that. I like that. Love Lost does seem personal. Like, what space were you in when you like created it or thought of the name Love Lost? Like, what does that mean to you?
Oh man, to be honest, the space that I was in was, so I was over the breakup at that time, and I think I was just kind of trying to think of an album name. I had already put all the songs together. This is the first project that I really went in with a concept and not just pick random songs and put on the project.
Put some thought.
Yeah. So I think it just came from just the real, like, the love was lost in that situation. I just wanted to just keep it blanketed like that. Like, that's what happened. There's no more love there. I think, it just happens like that. You think you're gonna spend a long time with somebody, and then they just may not be your person. You feel me? But
Feel you.
yeah, so that's what it was. It was like love lost, no love lost, but love lost.
Yeah. You described this project as like a journey. So you're taking us on the journey of this breakup. Where does Magic City fall in that? Because when I saw it, I was like, oh.
That's why that song is hot right now.
It is. I was like, okay, well, so we're talking about the famous shoe show that is Magic City, but there's more to it. There's another level to this song.
Yeah, so man, Magic City is actually really surprising right now. It's doing really good. People are really connected with that record. But I think and the part of the breakup where that comes is when you're trying to just distract yourself from having to sit with the emotions. So that happened when the homie was like, nigga, we not finna let you just sit in the house and go through this all day. We finna go to the strip club. We finna go get around. So Magic City is a very sexy record, but it also has an undertone of like just refusing to deal with your emotions as a man. And so that's kind of where that record came from.
I like that. What would you say was the hardest track to write on the album out of all 6?
The Way It Goes, for sure. That's the most vulnerable track on there, for sure.
Okay. Talk about that song.
So y'all gonna hear me perform that here in a little bit, but The Way It Goes pretty much is just, I just allowed myself to finally be over the situation. That took a lot, but you go through a lot of back and forth, and sometimes a situation is supposed to end, but nobody will do it because it's just like we've been together for too long. Do we really want to give it up? Yeah, like who wants to start over?
Got too comfortable, yeah.
And sometimes you just gotta let it go, and like you gotta let people move on, and that's just how life goes. So that's just what that song represents. It's like that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, when you're going through that, or when you went through that breakup, do you do things like therapy, or is the music your therapy? Do you just let it all out in the booth?
I wasn't doing no therapy. That's why I was going to Magic City. That was my therapy. I wasn't, bro. And I think that's the conversation though, because now I'm open to therapy, but I wasn't trying to hear that then. I'm like, nah, the music was my outlet, and like whatever else was my outlet, but nah, I wasn't. I think me writing the album and conceptualizing the album was my therapy, because I'm like, okay, I'm putting my heart in this song. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. So now I got that off my heart.
Do you have a favorite track on the record? On the EP?
I would say The Way It Goes too, but I'm gonna say, damn, that's tough, bro. I'm gonna say probably Departed.
Okay.
Yeah, so Departed represents like The Way It Goes represents you coming to grips with. That's just how it goes. Departed represents now it's officially over. Now I can move on.
Yeah. Okay.
Closing the chapter, yeah.
And sometimes that's the best part. Closing the chapter, moving on, and then learning about yourself and like who you are as a person. Outside of what you were already into and like of course like comfortable with and things like that. So
I'm glad you said that too, because that's what the project represents in a whole. It's like losing love to also find a deeper part of myself though, and like discover more of myself. And so I'm glad you just said that, because that's what happened.
Well, what did you discover about yourself in making this EP?
That I was the problem.
That is very interesting.
Hey, he's being vulnerable.
You just gotta be real. I feel like that's how you can correct a situation. You gotta be real, hold yourself accountable, and then once you keep it real with yourself, you can move on. If you just keep lying to yourself, you can't move on. You can't grow from that. So I think I learned a lot about myself doing this project, but mostly how to hold myself accountable, how to have more empathy in situations, and just how to be a man. Like, I think all that sneaking around shit, bro, it's like little boy shit, and so it's like, if you can keep it real and you just let somebody know who you are, and then you give them the option to accept that or not accept that, I think that's way better than just like
that's
doing shit behind somebody.
Very healthy. Very healthy.
Now, they may not like who you are, but I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I'm gonna just let you know who I am, and then you can decide if you want to stay here or not.
Right. So I like sinners. I was listening
to
you
Sinners.
nasty. Who said
Oh,
that?
you nasty.
Not the Portuguese. Who said that? No, I was listening to it on the way here actually, and I really like that track. Tell the people more about that song.
Yeah, so Sinners, the point in the project where Sinners comes is after I've left the situation and I'm entering a new situation, but when entering the new situation, I knew I didn't want to just jump into a new relationship. Like, I wanted to take time, and I kind of just wanted to fill it out instead of just being like, okay, we're together now. So I think while you're filling it out, though, you can have fun with somebody. Like, it ain't always got to be we're in a relationship to have fun. It's like, no, we was kicking it, we was fucking around, we was doing that. But we ain't making love, but we kicking it. Like, so that's where Sinners came from. You nasty. It's your first.
I retract every statement I just made.
I'll cry. Now, being an R&B artist, I'm sure you have someone who influenced you. What's your like top 5 artists all time?
Okay.
Because I know in the back you were jamming and you have some classics on.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so when I give this answer, it's purely the music. Okay,
Oh,
so
boy.
Okay, I feel like I know
okay,
where you're
all right.
okay, so
We are not gonna cancel him based off his answers, okay?
Purely the music. So I'll go. Of course, Michael Jackson, number 1 for me.
For sure.
I'll go R. Kelly, of course.
I knew it.
Your body's calling me.
I hate that his songs are so good.
So fucking good.
And his songs are so good.
So good. But he's a GOAT in the music shit. You can't take it from him.
Yeah.
So I would say Mike, Kells, Bobby Womack, Anita Baker, Usher.
Oh, you got an old song.
Oh yeah, bro. You ain't hear who I was back there listening to? Yeah, all old music. I'm back there 2-stepping and shit. Yeah. But I'm also just inspired by jazz, bro. I listen to a lot of classical jazz with no lyrics and shit that can help you just relax and ease my mind. I feel like my mind is always running, doing something, working on something. So I love to play jazz in the morning when I'm walking my dog, throughout the day when I'm just chilling, like just to ease my mind and cool me out.
Do you have a dream collab?
Stevie Wonder.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's the one. Stevie. I thought it was Stevie.
Yeah. Stevie.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you've got this old soul. You want to collab with Stevie Wonder. How old are you?
Damn, girl. No, it's fine. 30.
Oh, okay. So 30. Wise me on your years.
That's cute. Oh, okay.
You didn't hear us talking backstage.
Yeah,
You didn't hear us talking backstage. I would air her out, but I'm gonna be a good host.
Don't do it. No, you can't
be a good host.
Don't do it.
I mean, if you could dibble and dabble in any other genre, because you do have this old soul, like where would you want to go?
That's a really good question. I listen to so much music though. Like I got so much rock on my phone as well, and just like country music. But
thank you. I'm a country nigga.
Bro, my music palette is so wide. I listen to so much music, but hip hop. That's the next thing. I think R&B and hip hop go so hand in hand, especially today.
Yeah.
I think even when you're not trying to dabble into it as an R&B artist, the musical palette and the production can be hip hop, and with the 808s and just make you feel a certain way. So I think it'd be hip hop.
Dope. What kind of, well, I guess you already kind of answered that question. What kind of music are you listening to now? But do you have like any advice for any like upcoming artist, producer, entrepreneur that might be wanting to chase what you do? Because you, of course, like I said, you're multifaceted. You're in modeling, you're in acting, you're a music artist. So do you have any advice for anybody who might be out in the crowd or that might be listening to this podcast when we drop it? As far as like how to get into those areas or just some key takeaways.
How to get into those areas is kind of, I'm not gonna lie, like it's kind of weird these days, like with the film industry, and like I'm gonna only speak to the film and the music industry right now, because I'm not like a worldwide supermodel, but I've done modeling, but the film industry is just it's in an interesting place. So I think how to get into it is creating your own art on your socials, bringing people to you, and then letting the world come to you, and then let the studios come to you. I think the same thing for music right
No,
now.
I was about to say it should be the same thing.
It is the same thing. Like, people don't want to sign an artist that has no traction right now, you know. But I don't think you even need to sign if you know what you want and what you're doing, if you can be strategic about it. So I think the same thing. Create and then bring the people to you. But advice, I would just say, I don't know, what I've learned is just to be my true, authentic self. That's what I lead with. I lead with my own identity, what I want to do. I don't look at what's going on and how can I be like that or how can I do like that. I'm going to put my heart in it. I'm going to give what I give, and then that's how the world can accept me.
Yeah, that's a good point. How do you stay motivated? Because we all know this business is up and down all the time. But for Algee Smith, what keeps you motivated and keeps you going?
It's a really good question. Some days I'll be trying to figure it out. I think to keep it all the way 100 with you, I've known since I was a kid, kind of just like where I'm gonna be, and like my promise from God. And so that's what keeps me going, my faith, and just knowing that I'm not done yet, and I got so much to go, and I got so many people to inspire, and so many lives to touch and bless. And so I think that motivates me, and I'm just hungry. I want this shit. I really want it. And so that's what keeps me going. Like, I want to get better. I want to keep getting sharp. I want to keep topping myself, you know, and look back and say, no, I'm way better than I was 3 months ago, or I'm way better than I was then. So I think that just the thought of consistently getting better and sharper keeps me motivated.
Yeah, I mean, look at the people that's here for you now. So
Absolutely.
let's give them a hand for that right here.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna get ready to wrap this up in a second, but this is like a segment in the podcast that we like to have. It's called
really dope.
Do You Know Who the Fuck I Am?
I know where that came from.
Yeah. So
you
do
at,
you know who
Tom?
the fuck I am? It's pretty much a moment. You can explain it. It doesn't matter which field, music or acting. You pretty much just give us a moment where you know somebody either doubted you or had you messed up, tried you, and you pretty much overcame it. You really just like popped your shit on them, pretty much.
Yeah, so I'm a very humble person till I'm not.
No, I'm saying. But the work gonna talk though.
Yeah, the work gonna talk, and I love to let that happen. I love my work to speak for me. I ain't even gotta say shit. You gonna see it, and then you gonna double back. But I just had a moment, and I won't say a name, but I had a moment.
Fuck it, name drop.
Nah, I can't. But I had a moment when I used to live here in Atlanta, and I was doing music in the studio. And an executive looked at me. He was just like, "Nah, you ain't got it. Like you kind of all over the place."
The nerve.
Yeah, no, but you know, there was some truth in it, but just the way that it was going about was just like, damn, like it could have discouraged me a lot, and it didn't. It let me know to keep going. And then I seen the same person maybe like a month ago, and then the same person was giving me my props, and I'm just like, this shit is crazy. Like I vividly remember that happening, and now to see it turn around and see me giving my props is crazy. So that's like, you know the fuck who I am. Do you know who the fuck I am? Yeah,
And sometimes it takes those moments for people to like really try you, for you to kind of like for that like
the animal, yeah,
the animal to wake up inside you, and then you just go out and just kill shit, and then with no remorse, and then niggas will come back to you and be like, congrats.
Yeah, I mean, because if it's all just pats on the back, there's no growth there.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
You don't get growth from, oh, you doing so great. You get growth from, nah, that shit was kind of trash. And then you're like, okay, nigga, I never want to be trash again.
Right.
So that's what
Motivates you.
happens.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
okay. Well, what's next for you, man? You dropped the EP. Well, you haven't dropped it yet. It's coming out on the 15th of July.
Yes. Yes.
Once you get through that, the next couple months, what's quarter four looking like for you next year?
More music, bro. I'm trying to drop another EP before the year is over. So
Okay.
Well, damn.
That's all depending on. I'm ready to go. It's just the situation that I'm in. I'm trying to see if they ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Right.
So
He's somewhere around
yeah,
here.
no, not him. He ready to go too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to look.
As far as like somebody
He
else,
good, he good.
as far as like my distro company, like I'm ready to go. I got 3-4 projects in the bag already. So the music,
now.
the more music. I got a film coming out later this year. It's called The Gate. It's like a psychological thriller with my boy Keith Powers and Mason Gooden. So that's a really good film, bro. Doing that, I'm producing like 3 films right now. Producing a superhero project. I'm producing a Japanese horror film, and then I'm producing also a TV show.
Well, damn. When do you rest, Algee Smith?
I'll try to get something tonight after we go to the club. But
Well, man, tell the people where they can follow you, and pretty much just shout yourself out. Shout out whoever you want to, your loved ones.
And the project.
oh man, shout out my mama off top.
Yay,
Shout
mama.
out my Dukes. She
Oh,
didn't
yeah, no, she ain't here. She can't
We
be
love a
here,
man who
but,
loves his mama. That's
shout
right.
out my mama, shout out my family, my little brothers, my sisters, my pops. Shout out my whole team in here. I appreciate all y'all so much from the bottom of my heart, man. Like I couldn't do it without y'all time and sacrifice. I'm about to shed a tear up here because it's just so much, man. Like it's just so much that people don't see that goes on behind the scenes that makes stuff work, and it's just a lot of sweat, bro, and a lot of sweat equity when sometimes when people aren't even getting paid for stuff, but they still showing up because they see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And I'm just so thankful to y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. And then y'all can follow me on Instagram @it'salgee. I'm on Twitter @it'salgee. I'm on TikTok, Algee Smith. I'm on YouTube. Ain't nobody else really got my name. So if you just type in Algee, you'll find me anywhere you can go.
All right, man. Well, I know you got a lot of performance coming up. I want you to go back, get changed, warm up, do what you got to do. This is a wrap for the episode with Algee Smith. Make some noise for Algee Smith. Y'all make some noise for my co-host, Miss Danny. Once again, I go by the name DJ Parlay, and don't forget to press play.